Go! What you just saw was a clip of me trolling some Transformers fans and some fans of mine. So if you wanna see that video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me down below that you wanna see it. And if you don't comment down below, then I guess I just won't upload it. My channel is being oversaturated with Transformer stuff. I wanna do some more non-Transformer stuff like trolling, or for example, talking about our TV shows or anime like Dragon Ball Super. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there, just to let you guys know if you guys want to support me on that. But you guys are here to, you know, learn how strong Berserker is. And let me tell you, Berserker is pretty freaking strong. The humans led a psychopathic motorcycle with a knife free. They leave a hippie band with homicidal tendencies out. They let a shockwave fangirl out. And they also set free the possible leader of the Combaticons, a tactical military genius, and they even needed the Pentagon to confirm that yeah, he's free to go. But they never let this guy out. The first time I saw the movie, I was like, so you let all those guys out, but you don't let this guy out. Why? And I'm here to answer that question. So yeah, just for what little we saw from him, we can determine how strong he is. So okay, so let's start with his bio. Berserker is 18-0. I don't know, but I'm guessing that's pretty high. I'm not a measurements guy, okay? Go easy on me. His ultimate form is a full-size SUV, much like the Dreads. It's not really confirmed he's one of the Dreads, but since he has a similar body type, I guess we could say that he's either one of the Dreads, or he has similar, you know, physical attributes as them. His status says, release under no circumstances. They're making an exception for him, like they're saying, under no circumstances do not let him out, just keeping you know, prisoner forever. Doesn't matter what happens, just don't let him out. Possibly the most homicidal of all Transformers. This Decepticon was imprisoned after leaving countless bodies in his wake, with their flesh sucked dry. They're talking about humans right here, so he drinks blood. And here we see that he has some green stuff on his mouth. Now that's Energon basically, because we have seen that when Autobots and Decepticons bleed, sometimes they, you know, let out some red liquid or green liquid, and we're left to assume that that's Energon. He's antisocial. Okay, antisocial people are pretty dangerous right off the bat, just saying, because, you know, they are secluded, they keep to themselves, that kind of stuff. Impulsive, lacking in empathy and conscience. Okay, so he's a sociopath and a psychopath, and that's a dangerous combination, lacking in empathy and conscience. In short, a complete sociopath. Yep, that's what I said. Not to be trusted under any circumstances, to not transport without proper restraint procedures. Out of all the Decepticons, this guy, they have him locked up, like he has chains, he has this locks just keeping him together. Now, as far as we know, we haven't seen the other Decepticons have like restraints and stuff. As far as we know, they just keep them isolated in some rooms. But for him, they make a special exception, you know. He's locked up, like, and he's constantly struggling. And according to his bio and everything else from the toys, they have to constantly replace those locks, as we saw in the movie. He broke one of the locks by himself, using his mouth, not his muscles, not his legs, his mouth, his head, to break something that's like holding you back on your own with shield, you know, shield natural force. That's really dangerous, and it just goes to show that this guy is really strong. And on top of that, Megatron wants this guy instead of Onslaught. The only reason why Megatron took Onslaught was because Lennox was like, no, he's too dangerous, pick someone else, I don't care. Now, to have him over Onslaught, that speaks volumes, okay? Now, since he's a Dread, or he has a similar body type to the Dreads, we have to assume that he's pretty freaking fast. In Transformers Dark of the Moon, we saw the Dreads, Crowbar and Crankcase. Those guys, not in their vehicle forms, in their robot forms, they were so fast that the Autobots in their vehicle modes could not catch up to them. The only way they managed to catch up to the Dreads was was because Ironhide managed to intercept them, and you know, they started fighting and stuff. So right off the bat, this guy is fast, and he's extremely strong. That's a dangerous combination. If you move that fast, then pretty much nothing can hit you. And if you're that strong, you could possibly one-punch someone, kinda like Optimus did with Shockwave. Now, we don't know how strong he is, but he's a sociopath and a psychopath. Sociopaths and psychopaths are known for, well, being pretty dangerous. Have you looked at The Walking Dead? People like Negan, the Governor, and Garrett, well, they're sociopaths. And they go through, and they do some pretty messed up stuff in the show. Now, sure, in the movies, most Autobots and Decepticons, they're not above, you know, killing or murdering each other. But the fact that the buyer goes out of its way to explicitly mention this, that he, you know, he feels no empathy, no, you know, no concern for the people he harms. He's really, really dangerous. He also sucks veins, apparently. Now, he kills humans and, you know, Transformers from what we have seen. I don't know if drinking the blood of other Transformers makes you stronger. We have seen cases of Transformers basically, you know, consuming stuff and becoming stronger. Now, Energon is like the blood of Transformers. Like, it's needed for them to function and to, you know, be at peak efficiency. In a battle, I'm guessing that, you know, Berserker grabs his opponent and starts sucking their, you know, Energon out of them, making the Transformers who's getting his Energon sucked out of them, you know, being sucked out of his life force, basically making him weaker as Berserker gains more Energon and becomes stronger. Now, that's pretty dangerous, okay? And also, he's extremely fast. He could like easily run up to you, tackle you to the ground with his immense force, because we know he's extremely strong, and then just suck your veins and become stronger, basically. I think that's like the whole concept behind Berserker. He's one of the Dreads. Well, he's a Dread, basically. And since he's a Dread, he probably also has those, you know, Dread spikes that Crankcase and Crowbar used against Ironhide and Sideways in the movie. Those spiky things, even his toy has them. So we're led to believe that he probably has those spikes too. And since he has them, we can infer that Berserker is, you know, really good at hand-to-hand combat. In Dark of the Moon, we saw Crankcase and Crowbar. They put up a good fight against Ironhide and Sideswipe. Heck, Crankcase managed to basically outperform Sideways in a duel. He managed to get Sideswipe off himself, and then he was about to escape, but he was stopped by Ironhide with the spiky weapon that, you know, he had. So that weapon is pretty deadly in a, you know, close combat scenario. And since we know how much the Autobots like basically fight each other, you know, in a close combat scenario, we can infer that Berserker will be really deadly in a 1v1. Like, you do not want to fight this guy alone. Okay, so we already established that Berserker is really ridiculously strong. He's extremely fast. His special ability allows him to basically suck the blood of his victims. He has those spiky weapons that we don't really know what they're called. And on top of that, Megatron chose him over Onslaught. Okay, so Berserker is really powerful. What will happen if, let's say, the humans will let Berserker out? Okay, first of all, the humans will never let this guy out. Number 2, even if they let him out, I don't think he will follow Megatron. He's a sociopath, and sociopaths don't get along with other people. So I'm thinking that Berserker will either, you know, try and kill his fellow Decepticons or challenge Megatron, and he will probably end up getting killed because, you know, strength in numbers and stuff. But let's just, for the fun of theorizing, that he decides to follow, you know, Megatron because he's bloodthirsty and stuff. I will say that Berserker could have probably killed Drift and Crossers by himself, and arguably Bumblebee, because sucking the Energon out of him will just, you know, kill him instantly. So it's a good thing that the humans didn't let Berserker out, since, you know, if Berserker had unleashed his full power on the Autobots, we might have lost a couple of good characters like Drift and Crossers. Probably not Bumblebee, since, you know, Bumblebee will probably end up just killing him because Bumblebee. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Do you guys agree with me that Berserker is like this really powerful Decepticon, or you guys just think that he's just some generic Decepticon? Feel free to comment down below, and also, you know, if you want to see that Minecraft trolling on Transformers fans, comment that down below and I will do it. Anyways, bye guys.